Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Janet. From Deb and moi.
Good morning, Janet. Yes.
Okay, so, and I'm going to turn off make my phone silent. Yeah, great. Okie dokie. So sitting tall and turning on the lights. My favorite part. Lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling. Feeling that open space in your abdominal cavity. And if that means just lifting the sternum up just a little bit, and it's interesting because if you just lift the sternum a little bit, you don't want to compromise the back or anything, but this sinking of the chest, we can be in a habit of the chest just lowered a little bit, but just lifting it a tad, you notice, oh my goodness, yeah, it feels wonderful. But in order to keep the chest up more upright, there's a little bit of engagement of the abdominal muscles. So you may notice that because it's so easy to just slouch and then nothing needs to hold us up. It's just gravity that's taking us down and everything collapses. So we want to get into a habit of the posture being in a place where the spine is nice and stable, and each curve in the neck and the back and the hips is a natural curve as much as possible. And then at the same time, we've got a natural breath, a soft breath. And with every inhalation, the belly relaxes, feeling the layers of any tension dissolve. And yet, when we go into our exhalation, we actually need to bring them back and activate them. And you can use your Ujjayi breath, which is a soft closing of the glottis, to add a little, it's lovely because it adds a little bit of length both to the inhale and exhale, because it takes a little bit more time to get the air in, or it allows you to take a little bit more time to take the air in. But then also notice if the shoulders remain still. The only thing that's moving is the lower ribs and belly. Yeah. How does the Ujjayi breath feel? Good?
Yeah.
Does that mean good, or does it mean that we should?
That's good.
Okay, good. So let's take our right head, our right ear to our right shoulder. And keep the left shoulder nice and still. And no pushing, it's just getting to that point where it feels like, oh, this just feels lovely. And then float the head over to the other side. is a soft breath, and the other shoulder doesn't lift up either. And then over to the other side. Just moving gently at your own pace. And then when you take your head over to the other side, then gently, it's over on the other side, but there's just a very small, like a nod. So you're just feeling some other muscles, not that much, but enough to explore. Just explore that nice stretch. And then bring the head up and go over to the other side. Do the same thing. You may feel a little stretch in the shoulder, the top of the shoulder. And then bringing the head to center and feeling the sensations from the move. And then clasping the hands behind the occiput. The occiput is, well, it's not really behind the occiput because it's not in front of the occiput. Bringing the elbows in, well, I guess there is on the inside of the brain there, and bringing it down and making a nice C. So the pelvis goes back, stretching the upper back, and then move the pelvis. So now we're sitting up on the sitting bones and opening the arms and leaning back just a tad. So there's a little activation of the abdominal muscles. And rounding the back again and coming down. No pushing. And then moving the pelvis up and coming up and opening. A bit of opening up the elbows and just leaning back a little bit, looking up to the ceiling. And then one last time. And see if you can this time take the elbows and the head just down a little further. So now you're feeling more of a stretch on the whole spine. See how you can come down for that. And coming up. Be careful of the neck. And up and back. And one more time down. Nice thing with these slow moves is it gives us time to feel the intricacies of the movement. And one last time opening up. Leaning back just a little bit, so it's a nice activation. Yeah. And then coming down. We're just going to place the hands in front on the floor. And slowly, just very slowly, just move one hip and then the other. Yeah, what's happening there? And then move your hands over to the right leg in that direction. So now the hands are in front, and see what happens here. It's not going to go too much, and the right hand may come, the left hand may come off the floor a little bit. And then take the hands over to the other side. Now what does this side feel like? So you're kind of doing the undulating in the hips.
Yeah.
Just to notice. Ooh, yeah.
Shows you how tight one side is and the other side.
No, it's interesting, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
and then coming up. We're going to take the right hand onto the floor, leaving both sitting bones on the block, and coming up and bringing the hand up, and you can turn the head down, looking down at the hand and taking the, yeah, nice. And then bring the right hand down to the floor by the, pardon me, bring the left hand down by the floor, on the floor by the right hand, and then sweep that hand out front, bringing the other one too. So now you're needing a little bit of coordination. Yeah, so yeah. So
Doesn't like that.
floor. I've got a tiny floor, which is easier to go around. I don't know if that's really so easy on a carpet. And then the other side.
Funny.
So, and where do you feel this stretch? Even the hip.
Yep.
Yeah. And then let's just let the arms come up and go over to the other side. And then over to the other side. It's like you're flowing back and forth. Just a wake up. Wakey, wakey. And take the right hand and just go back behind and place the left hand on the right knee. So it's a sitting tall, a spinal twist. And then just twist around and go to the other side. You've got your left hand on the floor, and it's a little bit of resistance. And then there's also the resistance with the on the right knee, on the left knee. I'm trying to mirror you, so if I say right, left, that's because I'm having to think.
Yeah. I can hear you thinking.
You can hear it, it's that loud, huh? So let's go on your backs. And take the feet out to the side and just wake up the, like 1 foot on each side, and arms out to the side. And then we take the head, we're gonna do windshield washers. The thigh, and warm up the spine in another way. Warm things up. And the head goes in the opposite direction. And you can go as slow as you like or as fast as you like. It's 3 speed. And then bring your knees to the chest and hug your knees. Nice. Lengthen the spine. Shoulders relaxed. And extending the right leg up into the air and flexing the foot. And then bringing it down. And taking the left leg up so it's just as straight. Waking up that calf and the hamstring. And once again, up and bend. And the other leg.
Are you doing both legs at the same time?
No, individually.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. We can do both. You can
No,
just
that's okay. I thought that's what I was doing, but I thought I'm looking over and it doesn't. I can't see your other leg.
and then let's go into bicycle. Okay, so take you're going one way fine in your flex foot, but what's so funny, as soon as you go in reverse, your foot points. So
Nope.
one option is just to keep the foot pointed through the whole movement. See if that makes any difference. So your focus. See what happens to your feet pointing? Yeah, just keep them flexed. Keep it flexed. Yeah, flex. Yeah. It's almost like you want to draw a big circle with your heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that oh yeah. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Cool.
Ah,
Yeah.
I have to break.
You're taking a break as you do, which is great. And watch the breath. And if it feels comfortable, let the hands slide up and down the thighs. Shoulders are relaxed. Yeah, that's nice. Is that little extra weight of the gravity.
Ah,
Yeah. Way to go. And then let's just relax for a second or two. Let everything come back and just settle. Nice soft breath. Staying present to what's actually going on in the body. Okay, so we're going to bring our feet together and bring them back up and extend the feet up straight. But we've got a couple ways of doing this one. This is abdominal, and it's just a matter of taking the hands, and it's not that bad, but it's actually quite nice. Just lift up. You can also do it with your knees bent. You're gonna work on the neck, and it's gonna work on your abdominals. So you can do it either way, with the legs straight or with the knees bent. And then what you do is you take your hands like this. So you want to reach to the other side. You want to reach towards the fireplace with your hands. So you're going to lift your head off the floor, yeah, and reach. I'm going to reach, and then come back. Which do you prefer, the knees bent or the legs straight?
the knees bent.
Okay. So then you'll come up and reach. So you're going to strengthen the neck bend the core there a little bit. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. And then come down. And then open the knees. And come up. So the knees are wide and the hands go in between the legs. Feel your neck?
It's harder on the neck. Woo.
It is. Well, at least we'll be able to keep it on our head, on our body.
Wow. Funny how you like after doing the exercises the other day too, how the neck muscles are weak.
Yeah, it's very well. Relax. Let's relax for a moment, and we'll do one little one for a short period of time. But you can bring your knees to the chest and shoulders relaxed. Let the neck come back to a place of, okay, I'm done. We've done this one before where we just take the face up towards the ceiling and we don't bring the chin. We actually take the chin to the ceiling, but it's just more like lifting up the head and coming back. And even that, use a little bit of core muscles. And if you like, you can take the head out and then just take the head back and let it relax onto the floor.
Yeah, that feels gross.
Heavy, huh?
Yeah.
Where do you feel it?
Right where the bottom of the skull connects to the neck there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in those muscles. Yikes.
Oh, we're not going to do that then. If that's not that, unless that's good because you're working them.
No, that's not a good one.
Let's take our feet. Our knees are sort of open. We've done this before. As we exhale, we bring in the knees. They're up, and then as we inhale, we let go and let the small of the back come in more into a natural round. And then as we exhale, so it's a little bit of a flutter, whether the knees come up 6 inches or 3 inches or whatever, you're just coming out of the extreme.
Oh, okay.
Did you say ow?
No, I said okay. I had to look and see where you were.
So you can start anywhere, and it's just a matter of, okay, I'm just going to, it's like a butterfly. I'm going to open and close my knees to warm up the whole hip joint. But it's more in a movement. And then every time I bring my knees up, my lower back's going to go to the floor. And then you go, okay, that's enough. I'm just going to leave my legs here. Nice.
Your feet flat on the floor.
Now, when the knees are open, you want to put the bottom of the feet together.
Yeah.
Let's see how that is. And you can stroke the inside of the legs. Thank you very much. You're awesome. And then there's even that stretching away. So you take the hands on the top of the thighs and give yourself a long stretch. Pushing the legs away. It's like you feel like you're elongating the lower back and then relax. And then take the hands and clasp them. If it's, how are the hips feeling?
Good.
Okay. Clasp the hands and then take reverse the palms. So now the palms are away from the body, facing out, and take the hands over the head. Yeah. And bend the elbows, which I think you have to do anyways because of the couch. Let the shoulders relax with a soft breath. And if anything is uncomfortable, and either come out of the pose or put something underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the shoulder there. There's probably
Yeah, right in the armpit, and a little bit like down the arm.
yeah. So that is great with putting the pillows there.
That feels good.
And what's lovely is they get to release so easily because we're not putting them in a compromising position.
Yeah.
And then bring the hands down. And now as you're coming out, lower the lower back to the floor and then start bringing the knees out, up together. And then bring the knees to the chest. And big circles. How is the hip, by the way?
It feels good. It's good. Good today.
Good. And then in the other direction.
How's your hip when you do this? Did you have a full hip replacement?
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I could hardly do anything. You know how I can take this knee down?
Yeah.
I could only get it to here.
So you have like a full metal piece in your hip, the
I'm
whole joint.
titanium. Yeah.
Titanium.
It was,
Are all the replacements titanium?
I think they are now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I thank the Lord that I was able to do it. Let's go up and into bridge because it was we can just send the lower back. First of all, feel a nice little stretch in the thighs.
Are you using your block?
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Yeah, I like to use the block because then that makes sure that I'm kind of activating the inner legs, but I'm not taking them in too far and I'm not taking them out.
Right.
So we're going to inhale up the arms, over the head. And you can bend the elbows. For sure. Well, you can bend your elbows quite a bit.
I can go the other way. Maybe I have more room.
This one's an interesting one because it really does work. I mean, they all do, but you really feel, okay, I need to tuck my pelvis underneath, otherwise you can kind of feel it in your lower back. So you feel this in the back of the legs, the hamstrings, and then the buttocks. And then let's hum down. Get a little nitric oxide in there. Lower back and come up again. Nice breath. The hips, turning that pelvis underneath so it's a pelvic tilt. Boy, that activates the back of the legs and the buttocks. I should press into the mat a little bit more and try and see if, ooh, can I get up anymore? No. Soft breaths, soft arms. And then humming down. Yeah. And then let's take the block out and take the feet to the edge of the mat. Is this okay when we take the knees to the edge of the mat? Is that okay for your knee?
Yep.
That'd be better, right?
Yep.
And this one, we're going to keep the hands on the mat and press the back of the arms. And if you feel like, oh, I can actually get my hands together, you can do that. Or just press the back of the arms into the floor and either the fingertips to the ceiling or on the floor.
I can grab my fingers under here.
Goody! Remember to keep those knees over the ankles. Oh yeah. Well, this one's nice because you can get some airway with this pose. So it's a nice
Yeah.
from the abdomen all the way up across the chest, opens the shoulders. Rolling down. And then the knees to the chest. And we're going to rock, rock and roll.
Oh gosh.
It's like sometimes it's like a chiropractic appointment. And then come on to the knees.
That feels good.
Tuck the toes under and back into downward dog.
Hey.
Get a nice stretch in those calves.
What?
Bring your feet a little bit together. And how about your heels on the floor?
They don't make it to the floor.
Mine don't either. And then pull your arms, pull your, as if I'm behind you. Yeah, there you go. But don't move your hands. No. You get a nice stretch in the armpit.
Yep.
All right, and then come down slowly. Slowly I turn, step by step. And one more time, back up. And then when we're up in downward dog, then take your feet to the edge of the mat and move your hips from side to side. See if you can wake up anything there, because you're going to be waking up that inner thigh as well as the hip. And then you can walk your feet up to your hands, or your hands back to your feet. So a nice forward bend. Yeah. And take your arms out to the side and come up flat back. Yeah. Nice. So when you come up, do you feel that your core is engaged?
No.
Okay, so we're going to try it again.
You don't feel it.
Well, let's start from this position as we take the arms out to the side, and we're just going to hinge at the. Well, actually, put your hands right in the hip, like in the down in the where we can.
Yep.
And hinge from here and reach the head straight and take the heart forward. Yeah. There you go. That's nice. You're going to feel your hamstring stretch, right? That's really good. Okay. And then now you get to a certain point and then you round your back and you come down. Yeah. There you go. So that's kind of what we're looking for when you go back up, is you leave the hips towards the thigh and side of this palm. You just move the upper back. Take your hands out to the side, or you can take your hands even on your waist, and now come up from your upper back. Yeah, don't move your lower back, just your upper back. And then you feel like you have to engage your core to come up.
Yep.
Okay, good. There you go. Let's do that one more time. So this time we'll do it with the arms out to the side, and we're going to hinge from the hips. It's like you want to take your belly button to the floor. Driving the belly button down. Nice, that looks beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then when you get to that point, then you can round back. Good. So then when we come up, we want to come up from the upper back. It's like you're just lifting up from the upper back. So you have to straighten up, take your hands out to the side. Oh, that was good. That was good. And then come up. Yeah, coming up. Oh, Deb, that was awesome.
Oh yeah, I can feel a difference totally.
Quite a bit of difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you cannot, as soon as you're slumped in anything, you can't engage the core. So you have to have equal back, equal front. So you have to go down this way. Just think of it. I need these guys to be equal. What do I need to do for them to be equal? And then it's engaged properly. That's right. That looks really good. Yeah. And it was subtle. It was very subtle.
It was. It was good.
Okay, so let's stand at the end of our mat. You are. And then we're going to take, and I don't know which one's your left or right. Yeah, I think, yeah, the one of course near me is your right leg.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to take the left foot, just switch the foot out 45 degrees, just the left foot. And then we're going to step the right foot out. And then just move your hips forward. Or maybe, you know what, we're going to do the other leg so we can do the same side. Okay.
I can stand this way and face you.
That's good. Okay, good. Good. Yeah. And then so we've got a straight leg. The front leg is straight. Good.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're just going to turn. Just notice where you feel. So the hip comes to the front. You might have to shift your heel at the back or take the feet a little wider. And then to see what your rotation is in the hip. So we're still, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. We want that flexibility of the hip to be able to move around. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to bend the front knee and take the arms out to the side. And then sweep the arms out so your right foot is over your left knee. No. Don't listen to me. Your right arm is over your right knee.
Yeah. Got it.
And if you need to slip your toe forward, because you can come down a little bit more, because you want the knee over the ankle.
Yep.
And the shoulder blades are down the back. And then straighten the front legs and bring the arms down. Side, warrior. How's the back foot feeling?
Good.
Okay. And then lift the arms up and turn the torso forward. And you may feel a little difference in the groin in this one. This is a wonderful stretch of the Achilles heel. And then straighten the front leg and bring the hands down. What would happen if you took the back foot a little bit more at an angle? So the toe is more 45 rather than 90. The other way, the more in towards, yeah.
That's what happened.
It is. If it's out to the side, I can't really turn very much, but if it's 45, I can turn more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to have more 45 than 90. Okay. Let's try that and see if it works. Because
So,
that's what your knee, right? Okay. So the arms go up. We're facing forward. And then bend the front knee. See if you can keep your torso more back than going forward. That's nice. That's really nice. Yeah. That make it easier to turn? Or no?
I think the
And every hands.
it's just that left leg is stiff everywhere, so it's like I'm forcing it to be in that position.
Yeah.
I think it's just because everything's sort of gone its own way.
And get it back in again. Just as long as we don't take it out, take it out, don't take it out. We have to be really nice and easy with it. So we'll come forward.
Ah,
So if that angle doesn't work for you, you go where you feel you've got that freedom to do it.
right.
And not what I say.
That's okay. Yep.
And so if you want to take your block, another way to move the hips again, open up that hip and the inner thigh. So it's a gentle moving the pelvis back and forward. It's like isolation, feeling what happens on each side. Coming down and placing the right hand on the block, and the left hand goes up. If there's still some weight on the block, yeah, and nice. And then we're looking up, and there's a little bit of resistance to see how much you can open. I found this supposed to be because of the imbalances that the hip caused.
Mm-hmm.
I was, let's come down, exhale down, much tighter in the right side, even though it was left hip, because my right side was compensating.
Yep.
And by doing this one on a regular basis, I was able to bring back that balance. Before I had the operation, I kept it more as much I could neutral and then exhale down. And then after the operation, it took quite a while to get back to a place of that the both sides felt normal.
Yes. I know it's the rehab afterwards. You've got to really do work at it.
So important. Take the arms out to the side and inhale, coming up. And then the arms down. Yeah. And then now we're going to take the left foot and that's going to go forward and shift the right heel back. Yeah. So now we're just going to open the hip again. How much leeway have you got? And then take the arms out to the side and bend the front knee. Reaching the arms out. And the front knee actually goes, you're aiming to get it more towards the outside edge rather than letting that knee fall into the center. So the knee is on top of the ankle. Okay.
Crunch, crunch.
Oh, yeah. And where are you feeling the pressure? Letting the arms come down. And coming up again. Crunching in the knee or crunching in the hip?
Crunching in the knee.
Yeah.
Crunch, crunch.
And then bring both arms up. You're not whimpering, so I'm presuming that it's okay.
Yep. It's good.
And then
Today.
Just forward and see it's a little bit different of a stretch right in the groin. It's
Yeah.
quite nice. claw breath. And then straighten the leg. And down. And breathe. Either hopping or bringing the feet in, like walking in. And one knee in the other. So we're going to move those hips in a nice movement and letting the shoulders go. I miss my Post-its.
I know.
Kind of boring in here. my
This is
my video,
quite different.
my video today is on the Post-its. Let's take our feet and move the shoulders and see if there's anything we can loosen up in the shoulders and the elbows and the hands, flicking the hands. Let's just flick the hands. Nice. Get the elbows going at the arms. Yeah, and maybe a little bit of a bounce off the heels. Get those cells all nice and juiced up. Flip the hands. My ring wants to come off. Okay. Okay. Ooh, lovely. I love this. And now just going back to the wall to do a little bit of thigh strengthening. So we're taking the feet, they're parallel, and then you're sliding down the wall. You want the back on the wall. So the shoulders are on the wall, and you only come down. So at a certain point, your knee is going to be activated. Coming down just because we want to strengthen the thighs and around the knees. Is that comfy? I mean, not because it's not a very good exercise to feel comfy, but
Not good for the knee.
it's not good for the knee.
No,
It's not.
yeah. Every other day I pull something like it feels like a ligament or something in there. So now it's the whole left side of the knee has gone kind of funny.
Okay, let's not do that. But
If-
why don't we stretch the thigh and stretch the one leg and take the foot back or put it on your couch.
Okay.
And you feel that the thigh is stretched. So whenever this is what happened? You fell or something?
No, I had my leg up on the ottoman and I went to kind of lift the leg a little bit, but slide it over this way to go to the floor and just pulled something in there.
So that hurt, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to change sides. So the secret, it is a secret. As soon, do not delay, do not go to jail, do not pass go.
Ice.
Well,
Is that what you're going to say?
I don't know where the ice is, but you sit down and all you do is you just totally feel the pain. It's magnificent. It is so magnificent. Your total focus awareness on it
Yeah.
dissipates it. Now, it's not to say that it's not excruciating at the beginning.
Yes.
And yes, it is, and it's very sharp. But if you can just be with it, it takes a whole different, I don't even know what the word is.
Focus on it?
Well, you focus on it, but by focusing on it, you take away the perception that it's really painful, because it is painful. And then let's take it out. Take it out. Okay.
Well, what it does afterwards is it, so the whole behind the knee was all swollen, the whole up the leg, down the leg, the knee is all swollen.
So here's, it will come down and we're going to do, so where do you need to stretch?
Sorry?
Where do you need to stretch?
Where do I need to stretch?
You
Where
know,
do I feel it?
Yeah.
It's on the outside of the knee,
Okay, so then, do you
on the
have,
outside.
with this one with the strap over?
Yeah, that should work.
So let's do that one, because it's profound. I'll just tell you a little story while we're working on it. We'll take one strap and we'll do the spinal twist at the same time. Hi Janet, hope you're enjoying this. What leg is it? Your
It's my left.
left, okay,
So am I doing my left leg?
let's do that.
Yes.
So your foot, when you've got the strap there, your foot is parallel with the ceiling. And
Yep.
the strap in there. And we'll just come forward just a little bit before we go over to the side, across the body. I think that's what we're gonna do, is just go across the body and then release. And the strap is on the balls of the feet, not on the instep. Yeah, you know, you got it right. Yeah. So we'll do a couple stretches there. We've already warmed it up, but now we're just going to take the leg across the body and just notice the sensations of which are the sensations that you're going into. So you've got the strap in your right hand, back of the elbow on the floor. Just notice. And just let the body go where it's going to feel comfortable, right? Just see if that shoulder, if your left shoulder comes off the floor, that's okay.
Okay.
Take the foot to the ground. So your chest is put, yep. And how is that?
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna hold it here for a little bit and let that stretch. Is it getting the point that's tight? Can you move it to where you feel
Yeah, I feel it down that side. I feel it more in the hip than I do.
you might? And I'm getting a hit that maybe we should bend the knee and put the foot. Would that get it, or that would just be more on the hip?
Bend the knee.
And the top knee, so that the top knee is coming over. I don't think that's really going to get as much as.
No.
Yeah. So there was one time I was out in Banff and I'm skating with a friend on this fresh ice, which is only there for a short period of time. She said, we gotta go. Because as soon as it snows, you can't skate. So we're skating and I haven't been on skates for a long time. And I kept falling and I would fall on my knee.
Ow.
So knowing this hint, okay, let's take that leg up. And bring it back down. Relax. And change sides. So I would, she'd come to say, are you okay? Are you okay? I said, just a sec. We're gonna bring it forward. Bring it up, yeah. Yeah, nice. Couple of times, just warm up that hamstring a bit. And then I would sit with it and feel the pain, and then take the leg across the body. Now I've got the strap in the left hand.
You gotta come over here.
And then got the back of the left arm on the floor, supporting, yeah, and the foot. Come to the floor. Or you go where you feel like you get the most out of the stretch. So you kind of play around with if this is the good side, right?
Yep.
There could be stuff in there if you bring your leg back and forth. So I would stick with that feeling and just stay with it and stay with it and stay with it, and it would disappear. And then I would get up and I would skate.
Yeah.
And then I would fall again. And I would do it again. And we went home that night, no bruising. No bruising.
Wow.
Yeah. And we went back the next day and I fell once and I did again and I fell again. It's like I was making a habit of it. And she said, let's go, let's go. And I thought, oh gosh, I just have to stay with it.
You have to be with it. Yes. Okay, I get that.
Painful, just that painful, because it disappears and then there's nothing there. It's like
Yeah.
you get right to the core of it. Okay, let's lift up that leg. No bruising. No bruising. And then lift the leg up. So it's called body awareness. And Maharishi Mahesh Yogi said it's a very profound technique. It's because you're bringing your full awareness. And that's actually what we're doing in our asana practice.
Yes.
We're constantly except when I'm chatting, we're constantly bringing our awareness to the body and specifically to any point that is kind of got a discomfort of any sort, whether it's mild or
Mm-hmm.
moderate. And then what that does is it brings back the intelligence to the area. If you don't do anything, the body just does its thing and it bruises and it does all that. But for some amazing reason, it's like the mind is helping the process. So sometimes you might not even have the bruising.
Yep. Okay, I get that. I will do that.
Yeah. So anytime I fall, I just hold on. You go ahead. Just leave me. One day I was walking along and I had my head down and I bumped my head right into this arbutus tree, they are so hard.
Ow.
Go ahead. You just go ahead. And I said, no bump, no Easter egg. That's a telltale story. Very powerful, very, very powerful. So let's do a little bit of a shake in the hips. Very powerful. Which makes a statement about everything, doesn't it? If we just put our mind to it.
Yes.
Go. Is there anything in the hip?
No.
Okay. And then roll the head from side to side, but take the head to one side and just let the resistance of the floor gently pushing the head in so that you get a nice rotation. And relax the other shoulder. And relax both shoulders. And then inhale the head up and over to the other side. Relax both shoulders. And then over to the other side. That's why yoga is so powerful, because we're paying attention to what's going on. That awareness.
I love that part of it. The awareness.
Yeah. The other side. So when we do these Chaitanasana, we're spending all that time just having our awareness totally in the body in a soft manner. And then let's do some scrunches, prana scrunches. Face activated in the neck, the arms, the legs, the core. Knees, back and arms, knees, and release. And then one more time. Fist, face, feet, core. Get that prana build up in the face. Build, build, and release. Staying present. The various sensations of the prana. And then visualizing that beautiful 1,000-petal lotus at the crown of the head, drinking into all that divine light that's pouring in, enlivening every cell, every cell. And then bringing the awareness to the brow, allowing more of that golden light to come into the brow, melting into the brain, filling up the brain and the glands, life, letting them up. Bringing the awareness to the eyebrows, to the inner eyebrows, the third eye. Enlivening the wisdom of the third eye. Bright light. The eye sockets, cheek bones, sinuses, ears, jaw, lips, tongues at the roof of the mouth, just underneath the chin. And the front and sides of the neck. The thyroid, parathyroid. Right in the neck, back of the neck. Onto the shoulders. Down the arms. Elbows. Lower arms. Wrists and hands. Glistening with lively prana. Palms in the hands. Up to the chest and upper back. melting down over the thymus, which is in the upper chest, our immune system. And heart through the lungs, diaphragm, gorgeous diaphragm, solar plexus, and the liver and spleen and kidneys. Upper intestines, lower intestines, hips, buttocks, upper legs, to the knees, and the lower legs, the ankles and the feet. And if there's any part, like the leg that you were talking about, or any part that you want to spend a little bit more time focusing on the sensation of how that feels, like the intelligence in that area. Otherwise, feeling the body as a whole. And bringing the awareness back to your fingertips, running the thumb over the fingertips, wriggling the toes, moving the ankles. Getting a nice stretch. And when you're ready. Mudra, which the thumb and the index finger come together and palm is facing down. Checking into some place that might need a little extra awareness, attention. Like we're drinking in the tap of prana, energizing every cell. of our being, everything. Namaste.
Namaste. It was great.
Well, hopefully your leg,
So good. Yeah.
like I can't say enough about how powerful it is.
I agree with that totally. Just yeah.
Yeah, it's like whatever we can do, because the mind is so powerful, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna take-
I agree. Thanks so much. That's great.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, it's going fast. Like really.
Life is going fast. Aren't we lucky? You,